to have a little discussion about kids and sex because I see that the kids are like more evolving into like being sexual and sexualized over the past 4 years, and I want to talk about it. And the person who's going to join my phone calls is Ashton Nicole Styles, and she is going to answer some questions for me that I wrote down in this book. So I want to get into it. Let me find out the first question. My first question was, do you think kids are more sexual these days? And if so, where do you think it comes from? This is her answer.
Most definitely, I think that kids are more sexual these days. I think it came from pressure of their peers as well as social media. They do not really understand the definition of it or the consequences of sex. They just do it because they think it is cool.
Yes, I definitely think that social media plays a part in the kids being sexualized, and also the parents, but we'll get into that in a little bit. Okay, and my second question was, do you also believe that parents in 2022 versus the 2000s are more attentive to their children? And this is her answer.
Great question. Not even the 2000s. I believe that late 90s, early 90s, I feel as if the parents were more attentive to the children because there was no other way you could, as far as I'm saying. I believe that 2000 and plus kids, parents do not attend to their kids.
And I do agree with her when she said that the 90s parents were more attentive, um, to a certain extent, is my answer. And we'll get into that another day. My third question was, why do you think kids are so obsessed with dressing grown and acting grown? Because as for me, I think that it's because of what they see their mothers doing, especially because the mothers had them at such a young age. I've noticed like most of them are having them at like age 14, 15, 16. Not saying that that's wrong or they're not a good parent. I'm not saying that, but I think that because they see their mother dressing like that because they're so young and, still trendy, it makes them also want to dress like that and be just like, mommy. But I'll talk about that in a little bit. But this is Ashton's answer.
Ooh, girl, you have got these good questions. Let's get into it. Do I think that are more obsessed with dressing grown and acting grown? Of course I do. The kids are going to do as they see. And most of the things that they see is based on what their parents allow them to see and on social media. So if they see a girl half naked talking about she's getting money, she's getting a bag with her ass hanging out, of course they're going to go to it just because kids are like a paper towel. They soak up everything. So what you allow your kids to see is what they will do.
And she said exactly what I said, that they see what, what everybody else is doing. And, monkeys see, monkeys do. And kids are so um, influenced by strangers, the internet, people that they are attracted to. So, yeah. Okay. And my fourth question is, do you believe that parents let their kids see too much of their personal lives? In my opinion, yes. I think that parents are not conscious of what they're letting their children see, or like when they're arguing with their significant other. And for example, also that's something that really annoys me. Like when they're arguing with like their baby daddy or whatever, they'll be like, You see what your daddy doing? You see what your daddy called me? You see what your daddy doing? Or like, daddy's being mean, daddy's being rude to mommy, you know, like, I don't know. I just think that they shouldn't be saying that. But what you do with your baby is what you do with your baby. And in no way, shape, or form am I saying like you're wrong or whatever. I'm just saying my opinion, and Ashton's just saying her opinions. But this is what Ashton had to say about that.
I do believe that parents let their kids see too much of their personal lives. And sometimes, sad to say, sometimes the parents put the child in the mix of things, making the child choose sides as far as being a mother and a father when they have disagreements. The child is included in that, and it causes them long term psychiatric problems, mentally challenged children that have emotional problems. They can't control their anger due to this right here. Some parents need to learn that children are not involved in those type of situations. They need to be a kid. Go out and play in the dirt. Do something that we used to do when we were little. Not be in a stressful situation at such a young age.
Okay, and question, I think it's number 5. If I'm wrong, but I think it's number 5. Okay, now this question is a little bit controversial, and everybody, I'm sure, gonna have their own opinion on this. But how do you feel about 16-year-olds dating men that are 20 to 21? And as for me, when I was 16, even like 15, I used to lie to the men and be like, oh, I'm 18, you know, I'm out here. But they would be like 20 or whatever. And my first love was about to be 21. I was 16, he was about to be 21. And we dated for like 8 years. And I thought it was like the greatest relationship in the world. I thought I was grown. But when I look back now, I'd be like, dang. Like, I was so immature, and I was not ready for that type of, you know, relationship. I was not ready for that man. So, but it's all good, you know. But anyway, here's Ashton's answer.
How do I feel about children that are 16 dating people that are 20 and up? I think that 16 is usually the age where they start being in relationships and things like that. I think that 18 is my limit, but I could stretch it to 20, being that myself, I was 16 dating these older men, thinking that it was cute and all, but I wouldn't want my daughter to be dating anybody that was, if she was 16 and dating somebody 20 or something years old. I like to keep it in her age bracket, not 21 and 25, and no, that's too much. And plus, then you got to think about your child 16 and she's dating this 30-some-year-old man. Like, how long have you been trying to groom my daughter? You know what I'm saying? No. Mm-mm.
And Ashton said something that I didn't think about. And I'm not talking about this for like the 20-year-old guy, because I was also, you know, lying to like other people too, like saying I was like 18. And she said something about grooming, and it made me think, like, was I groomed? I don't know, because in my mind, I was outside hanging with my ratchet ass friends. So. But anyway, yeah. And my last question, I believe this is number 6, baby. At what age do you feel that sex is acceptable? My opinion is, I want to say 16, because 16, I feel like everything changes. Like when I was 16, no, actually, I think I was like 15. I just turned 15. Something happened to me. Like a light bulb just switched in my mind. Like I was just horrible. Like I didn't listen to my mama. I didn't come in the house when I was supposed to. I thought I was grown. Like I just thought that she was like ruining my life. Like I just wanted to do whatever I wanted to do. And like I went boy crazy. Like boy crazy. And you know, I lost my virginity at like really young age. And it has nothing to do with my mama wasn't watching me or anything like that. It was just like, I just would lie to her and say I was here doing this, that, and the third. And she would, like, track me down and stuff like that. But I just wanted to do what I wanted to do. I thought I was grown. And so, honestly, for me, I think that the acceptable age is 16. I know that some people might not agree, but when you're 16 or you about to turn 16, something just happens to you and your hormones just pop, pop, pop. So, like I said, these are my opinions and these are Ashton's opinions. In no way, shape, or form are we telling you what to do or how to parent your kids or anything. It's just something that I wanted to talk about. But here's Ashton's answer.
Back to what I was saying, as I said before, 16 is the age of consent in very many states. So I would think that 16, not that I would want my child to be sexually active at 16, but I would expect kind of for a child's hormones and being attracted to the opposite sex at 16 years old. But hopefully we can talk to our children and communicate with our kids to let them know about abstinence if they choose to do that until they are married. Of course, I didn't do that, but I don't want my child to be like me. You know what I'm saying? I want her to have a better future and do things that I didn't get to do or do better than what I did. So to answer your question, at least 18, but 16 is the logical age that a teenager will be sexually active. At 14 and under, absolutely not. At 14, you need to be looking at yourself as a parent and wondering why your child has so much freedom to be out having sex at 14 years old. No.
And I just wanted to say a special thank you to Ashton for answering my questions. And I thought that she did bomb. And I love what she had to say. And she talks so, clear and articulate. So,
It was great chatting with you. I love that you are on this platform giving your suggestions and your opinions and letting others express themselves as well. Till next time. Mwah.
But I just want, like, young girls, if you're watching this, just know, slow it down, baby. Just slow it down. Don't be in a rush to have sex because sex has consequences. And sometimes when you date older, especially like older men, you have a little bit more chance of mental health issues because, you're not processing how you're supposed to processing, and you're dealing with issues that you're supposed to deal with at a later age. So it like F's you up a little bit inside. Like even I went through that, and a lot of my mental health I do think came from dating really early and being in relationships that I had no business being in. But there's no book to life, and if this is how you feel and this is what you want to do, then just know later on you might regret it, but live life. But please wait if you can to have sex. And if you're a parent watching this, I hope that you pay more attention to your kids and what they're watching on social media, because I do think that kids are way more sexual than when I was younger. Like 8, 6, 7, I was like playing with my Barbies and stuff like that. Like, of course, like, when you're playing with your little Barbies, your little brats, you got your little boyfriend, y'all kissing, y'all doing stuff, but it's like you don't process like what you're doing. And I was like, these kids know exactly what they be doing. But anyway, I hope that you enjoyed. Thank you for everything, and thank you for watching. And please like, comment, and subscribe. Come back. Bye.